If you are thinking about moving to Durham, don't come without listening to these negative things first. Stick around.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. I'm Zach. This is my beautiful wife, Cindy. If you have not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner. You can also hit the bell to be notified of every time we release a new video. That number on the screen, we put it there because we are licensed real estate brokers in the area, which means as much as we love to make these videos for you, we love to help you with your real estate needs even more. So if you've got questions about the area, questions about real estate in the area, we'd love to chat with you. So feel free to reach out. Like Cindy said, today is on the negative aspects of Durham. So with that being said, let's dig right in. Number one on the list is the rising cost of living downtown. So downtown Durham has gotten, for the most part, pretty unaffordable to live in for the average person. Durham has seen the rise of luxury style condos and townhomes. Townhomes that are 8,000-9,000 into 7 figures. We have condos being built.
900,000, not $9,000.
Yeah, well, obviously. You can't even buy a car. You can't buy a car for that anymore. But and condos, I mean, some of the condos that are being built in Durham go up into the twos, which is 2 million, which is just, it's insanity. I mean, it's crazy.
And those are like penthouses.
They are. These
are more,
still, it's Durham.
Yeah,
I love Durham, but it's, I mean, is it $3 million condo city? I don't think it is.
Well, a lot of those that Zach's talking about are the newer condos that have been built downtown. There are single family homes that are downtown that are not reaching the $1, $2, and $3 million mark. So there are affordable options, but they might not be walkable, which a lot of people don't realize, maybe coming from a bigger city, that downtown Durham, these new condos have made way for more walkable options.
And they may not be turnkey ready. May need some.
The luxury condos are turnkey ready, but these houses that are a little further out downtown, they might not be walkable, like to the restaurants and stuff. Now some might be and some aren't, but the more affordable options aren't going to be as like nice and move-in ready. Some of them might need a lot of work because they might have a lot of age on them.
Yeah, exactly.
So number 2 on the list is taxes. So Durham's taxes are actually higher than a lot of what you find in surrounding areas, like in Wake County, like Cary or Wake Forest, Raleigh, places like that. Now it's not like a huge difference, but it is slightly higher, which is something, that'll make a difference on your mortgage payment when you're stashing that money aside.
And I have some like frustrations with that, because when I drive through a Cary, it's abundantly clear what your taxes get you. Nice parks, greenway. Cary has 80 miles of greenway trails. But when I drive around Durham, what are we getting? I don't know. Like, I truly don't know. But like, you drive through a lot of these like nice suburbs of Raleigh, Wake Forest, Cary, Apex. Like, it's very clear where your tax money is going. But I don't know in Durham. So,
and that's not to say
which
Durham's
is frustrating. And I mean, we live in Durham County, but
we do, and it's a great place to live. So don't take this video as that. We've got tons of videos on how awesome Durham is. There's so much character and uniqueness to Durham, and that's why like the prices of things are expensive downtown, because downtown Durham is by far the best downtown in the Triangle, in my opinion. As far as like places to go and things to do, restaurants, breweries, like Durham is the spot downtown for sure. But if you're looking to like, oh, where's my tax money going to? Like if you're an outdoorsy person,
no idea.
Not as much. I mean, we do have the American Tobacco Trail, which is a nice trail, but it's not quite as nice as some of the greenway.
We have one trail to claim.
That's not true. There are several other little trails, but they're not as expansive, and they don't really go through the neighborhoods the way that some do in like Cary and Wake Forest. So Zach gets very upset about the lack of greenway trails.
I do.
But yeah, so our taxes here are a little higher, which is kind of a bummer. You think it would be even with the surrounding area, but it's not. But it's not super different. So don't let that deter you necessarily, but it's just interesting.
Yeah. And number 3 on the list kind of goes along with this is that Durham does not do planned neighborhoods all that well. So you go to a place like Cary, Wake Forest, or Apex, and I mean it's suburb city, like I mean that's what it is, but Durham does not do planned neighborhoods well. And so if that's the vibe that you want, Durham just, I mean, they exist, but not like they do in other parts of the Triangle.
A big part of that is really that Durham is a lot more established, and things happened here a long time ago versus like things are really pretty new when you're looking at places like Apex, Wake Forest, Charlie Springs. They're just more developed in like the last decade or so. So a lot of the neighborhoods in there, are going to have, the homes are going to be a lot closer together, much more cookie cutter. But they're going to have like really great social, like if you're a social person and you want like the big pool, like with water slides and activities for kids at the clubhouse, like you're going to find a lot more of that in other areas, whereas in Durham a lot of the neighborhoods are much more established, and some of them do have pools and things like that. Of course, that's not to say there's no pools in Durham or anything like that, but the neighborhoods aren't like the way that they're being developed today, because there's a lot less room to develop new things in Durham because it's more established than the surroundings.
It's very true. All right, the last thing that I want to address, we get a lot of questions when folks are interested in Durham about crime. So a study just came out about crime in the area. It actually named Cary the safest city in the country, which is pretty awesome. If you read through the report, Durham is I think it was 61 or 62. When you look at the surrounding cities that were mentioned, Dallas was right there. Austin, Texas was right there. Denver, Colorado was right there. Wilmington, which none of you probably know what Wilmington, North Carolina is, but that's a place towards the coast in North Carolina. It was right there. So, I mean, bunched all in that group was Durham. So we live in Durham County. We don't live in the city. We used to live in the city. I mean, if you feel safe in the Denvers or the Austins or the Dallases, you'll feel safe in Durham. I wouldn't raise my family in an area that I felt was not safe. And we raised our family in Durham County, even though there's videos on the negatives of Durham. We love it. And so, that's what I'll say about crime. Hopefully that kind of puts it in perspective, but I mean, that's a question that we get a lot. And, that study I think was pretty robust. It analyzed FBI data essentially of crime in the area. So that's a little bit about crime. But
so that's pretty cool, because I think some people come in with maybe a notion that it's really unsafe comparatively or something like that, and it's definitely not. I think that I've actually lived here my entire life, so and in my entire life I've never had a single issue with crime, so that's pretty good. I guess maybe I'm just lucky, I don't know, but I've never had an issue or had like a close friend or family member that's had issues with crime in the area. So that being said, I think it depends on the situations you put yourself in, of course, but overall I think Durham's a really safe place to live and a great place to call home, even despite these negatives that we're talking about today.
Exactly. And if you like this video, we have a ton more videos on Durham, videos that address the pros and the great things about Durham, address the neighborhoods in Durham, or just anything about the Triangle, so feel free to check those out. But if you have not subscribed, like we said earlier, make sure to hit that subscribe button in the corner, and that number on the screen, we do put it there because we're licensed real estate brokers. So any questions you have about real estate or any questions you have about the area, we'd love to connect with you. So feel free to reach out.
You can also follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram at The Honeycut Honeycut Realtors. We'd love to have you follow along there. You can send us messages if you have any questions. Feel free on there though, before you send us a message, to follow us, because when people that don't follow you send you a message, it goes to like a spam folder, so I might not see it if you're not a follower. So feel free to follow along with us there, or you can go to our website, honeycutrealtors.com, and you can connect with us there too. But we'd love to chat with you about any moves into the area or moves out of the area. So
But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.